I think so, yeah.
I don't look spar you anymore.
I'm not trading with them, I'm just signing with them.
I wrote a few things down, it's alright.
Mate, look, mate, look at...
Richie sent a statement to read.
We got a statement to read up.
Huh?
Yeah, and this is long. I gotta read it out now.
What the fuck?
Don't forget, he's just listening now.
I don't give a fuck.
This is going. That's on,
Yeah.
That's on, is it?
This is my first episode, so we have to edit that.
Right, we just get straight into it. This is episode 11.
Welcome back, Dad.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like about 6 days.
After a work day, after last week, it's clear that I can't take any more work fucking days off. Flat fucking earth.
Leave us on again as well.
No, you can, yeah, exactly. Yeah, episode 11, TTLO podcast. Should hopefully be a tasty one. We got the magic man Geraint Goodridge on with us. And Geraint's come on after it was a great week on Twitter.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was outstanding. After Richie was on. Him and Geraint had gone back and forth, which was fucking outstanding. Jamie Arthur jumped in, which I was like, oh, where's my popcorn? But yeah, we get you on, give you a side of the story, because obviously, from the outside, my view is...
Let's break it down. Give the people like who don't know, because we know the ins and outs, don't we?
Well, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but if you were just someone who's a fan of boxing and you've seen Goody and Richie going at it on Twitter, it's all stemmed from a Welsh title fight you were meant to be fighting against Dan Barton, and then because that went tits up, you were going to fight Jake Anthony, and from there this is all kicked off. That's safe to say that without going into the politics behind it, because
it's like one side saying this has been offered, another side saying no, you haven't, you offered this, so, and that seems to be the real issue on the Twitter arguments anyway, with like one side saying I've offered you this and you don't want to do it, the other side saying no you haven't, you're talking bollocks, you've offered this, so I've got to sell this much. So we had Richie on, and I enjoyed it with Richie. I want to be honest with you, I don't think you mind me saying this, that was the first proper time I met him. I met him briefly in Gary Dockets once before, but I said to Lily, on Twitter you can come across like a bit of a knob, like most of us can. Because
what do you mean about that? I'm fucking the sound guy all the
because when it's just in text, same as a text message, you will interpret your mood at that time you read that, will interpret how that message comes across. And sometimes Richie comes across and I said to you, before I met him, you know what I mean, should we have him on or not? But when he come on, he seemed like a nice guy, and it was
a bit of a thing on our part as well, because I went fucking mad denying about the British Boxing Board, and we didn't give him a chance to defend himself at the time, because we were like, but it weren't like we were trying. Before, like, because
with this show and so on. I read them back messages from that the other day. We ripped this show to bits.
What do you mean? That was like a year ago. What did you all the messages for?
No, not on my phone. On the
Twitter.
The Twitter inbox.
I think when you say that, it goes a bit further back in that with the...
Well, that's why we got it on, so you can give the prop, like...
With I come across, as you said, in... you can come across on social media as a bit of a dick. And I did come across a bit disrespectful. I'll own up to say that.
I don't think so. I think...
No, I'm calling
not lately. What happened with the Welsh title fight, I put a 10-week camp in, or 12 weeks I think it was. I'd give up work full time to train full time, because it's my dream to win the title. I made that clear, you know. Then Dan, unfortunately, who I wished all the best, fell ill with pneumonia.
Oh, that's what it was,
yeah. So they roped Jake in. Then the board wouldn't sanction it. I don't see why not myself, because he had 97 amateur fights.
At the time, was it only 2 pro fights he had at that time?
3, I think.
3, he only on 4 now, isn't he? So.
Then I ended up boxing a fella, it was on telly, from Victor Edaga's, I think his name is.
I got it. Victor Edaga, yeah, bang on.
And Jake had boxed him on his debut and beat him. Well, the decision, I don't know what happened.
That was we talked about
I don't
before,
know.
the ropey draw.
I didn't really feel like I'm out of second gear. I think I'd done enough to win the fight. I was gutted because I'd trained for 10 weeks. I ended up doing a 10-rounder, which I'd have to try and sell tickets for, because obviously the title was on. So I had to go in there really because people had sponsored me for a full-time camp, and I felt I had to. But Darren Wilson said it's a dodgy fight. He's an orthodox fighter.
You had nothing to win from it. If you had beat him, nobody would have given a fuck. It's just like, it's expected. But again, you had a dodgy draw.
Yeah.
And it went against you. Your stock sort of went down from where it was, obviously.
What I couldn't believe then was I jumped in the ring and Richie, who's claiming to be my friend, is in the other side, in the other corner of the game, which, I don't know, he says he had to do it for work or whatever, but he's claiming to be my friend like he did on Twitter the other day. He's screaming, I could hear a bit of a throw her right down, straight down, you know, like a friend of mine wouldn't stand in the opposite corner, you know, shouting that. If he had to do a job, just go in. The guy's down to get his money, you know, he's a journeyman boxer, and you know, I got no disrespect to journeyman boxers. He's come down to and go home, you know. Yeah. But for him to be screaming, I was like as if it was a point to prove, like, you know, that Jake was willing or able. Then the boxing board should have said because he beat him, and do you know what I mean? That's the way it felt. I don't know if I'm reading it the wrong way, you know.
But to flip that, if you go out corner, like some people, you corner people, if you go in a corner, regardless who it is, I know you was your mate,
right,
but you still have that duty to that person, don't you, to do your best for that guy. I know, I don't dispute that Richie wanted you to win.
No, he never.
You don't think?
No, definitely not.
Like I would have thought he would have wanted you to win, but he had, like, you know what I mean, it was his duty. Like you say, maybe it's
like that.
Maybe it's a case of he shouldn't have accepted to go to the guy's corner.
Yeah,
that's probably more to it. But when you do accept, I think you have a duty to do a job for that guy. Do you know what I mean? Okay. But maybe he shouldn't have put himself in that position.
Yeah. So not only that, now all this said and done, I has a draw which I'm absolutely fuming about. Then Jake has put something or said something along the lines a couple of days later, like I beat him.
Back or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe a bit longer.
Yeah.
I beat him, sort of thing, and like, you know, it was like another dig at me. Well, I flipping lost, you know, and maybe I come across disrespectful. That's part of the reason why I wanted to come on you.
Yeah.
Just for people to hear my point, I come across disrespectful. You know, I said a few things on Twitter
and Facebook. I read them all,
which I shouldn't have said. And I just feel like it was like as if there was something against me. Me saying I was against then, or you know, was being disrespectful to Richie or Jake. You know, and I'm not a disrespectful person, which I've said on the last Twitter episode. I wasn't disrespectful at all. I just sort of tried to...
It was Jamie who come in a deep end. You fat shit. That was fucking outstanding. Like, yeah, like keeping it tidy. Boom, straight in.
What would you say? Keep your name out my mouth, you fat piece of shit.
I don't know what to say for that.
But,
well, do you want to read out Richie's statement first?
Yeah,
so
it's
that you can
long, and if he's put big words in this, because he's a solicitor, I'm going to fall out with him. Shall I read it?
That way, Geraint can kind of get his point after you in it then.
Yeah.
Right, let me have a quick...
I remember the thing on Facebook, and it was Chris, of all people, Chris Jenkins who jumped in, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Said, but I didn't think you were being disrespectful myself. I thought I'm interested in seeing this fight for a world title.
Yeah.
First thing, not like, oh, he's been a bit out of fucking order there. No,
Building.
you had valid points, they have valid points, and you can see it means something to you to going back and forth. And I was like, I want to see this fucking fight, and that's why I said to you, right? I said, this has brought some fucking publicity and excitement. People will want to watch a Welsh title fight where, to be honest, nobody really gives a fuck majority of the time, unless it's like Chris Ware, Frankie Bogue, there's people like, yeah, that's a fucking fight. But they had to build that up from the first fight in Bristol.
Yeah.
Whereas you guys haven't had that first fight, but you've gone back and forth, and there's a bit of story, like you said last week, you want a story behind the fight.
Something else as well, which come up, was the bit of banter on Facebook, whatever it was, Twitter. Then they had a show in Landarcy, and I had a funny feeling that something was going to happen, because Richie come in the change rooms, bear in mind, after I'd drawn with Victor, which felt like a loss, and said, do you want to fight on a Landarcy show? Sell X amount of tickets. I goes, Rich, I don't know, after that, I don't really want to sell another ticket. I've a bit heck. You know what I mean? I just go away, sort of thing. Like, I've just had the result. That's the last game he did a change room, I'll be honest. So then he texted me. I went away that week. He asked me to box Spencer Thomas, sell tickets. I boxed Spencer 3 times in the amateurs, and I wouldn't mind fighting him in the pros. I don't know if, because I think he's gone on the road now as well, right. So I don't know if it ever come about. But I said, no, I'm not interested at all. But I just had a sneaky feeling that something was going to happen. Well, it did. The day before the Landarcy show, Jamie received a text saying, will Goodridge box Anthony for over 6 rounds for a purse tomorrow? Jamie phoned me at 9 o'clock in the morning and said, will you box Jake Anthony tomorrow? I said, yeah, fuck guy. Excuse French. Oh, but
I
said, Jamie said, why? I said, Jim, I had a funny feeling. I phoned Darren Wilson. I said, Dar. He said, yeah, we've been in the gym. Sorted. So I'm right. I've got to go now. I've got to prove a point there. There's been a bit of animosity between us. Let's just get it on. It's 6 rounds. Best man wins. Shake hands. Because that's what I want to do after. I got no disrespect with Jake or, a bit of banter. I think he's taking it a bit personally. No, I'll shake his hand and happy days after we get it on. But I think as a score's got to be settled now. Anyway, with that now, Jamie rings me at 12. They've taken a fight with Liam Hunt. The week before, Anjo Dragoni had put something on Facebook because Jake didn't have an opponent, or he pulled out whatever. So I put, yeah, and then I put something else on there, got gum shield, willing to travel even though it's only down the road. Any middleweight fancy a tangle, right? Just as me having a laugh, just so I know they'd see it. And I thought, here we go. So they I boxed him, Liam Hunt. So they took that. So I was like, I did a fight in days' notice. I'm ready to go. I don't know if they thought, yeah, he'll say yeah. Do you know what I mean? I thought they tried, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's me overthinking, but maybe he's trying to play a card. Oh, we offered the fight. He said no, even on a day's notice. That's the way I am. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I've taken fights on 3 days, 4 days, and always ready to always try and keep fit. And like yourself, Jim, you will fight anywhere. No, but you'll have a scrap.
I just need a week, I guess, to make sure I can cut the weight off, that's all.
So yeah, and then like Richie come across it by saying Liam Hunt was the harder fight. Well, Liam hadn't been in a gym, I know, for a month, because he's my sparring partner now, even though I'm boxing. We've done a lot of sparring. We go up to Bristol. Liam hadn't been in the gym for a month. This was 10 days or 2 weeks late after I just come off the back of a full 12-week camp for a title fight. Yeah. So how the hell he can say that was the harder fight he knows it wasn't, do you know what I mean? Deep down, I think, and he goes off Richie, you know, he's a solicitor, it's his job, do you know what I mean? He does it well, he gets people on his side. Or I think if he's asked a question which puts him on the spot, he'll go on a big massive tangent. They do it for a living, do you know what I mean? He'll go on a big massive tangent, right? And he'll end up, it could last for about 10 minutes. And then he'll end up, he sounds right. He's got a degree in it. I haven't, do you know what I mean? And that's just, but like
you wouldn't be good at that when you're defending fucking pedos.
I know. When he said that, I was just like, what the hell? I don't know.
So yeah, do you want to read that then?
Oh, fuck.
There we go. There's one of them tangents you got about.
Long as fuck.
He's only saying it all.
It's not true, Richie Garner. No, in all fairness, Richie popped round my house earlier to drop some forms off, and he went through a couple of things with me. So
James, you've got to be nice though. He's your manager, man.
So I'll read this out. I have been given an opportunity to provide a statement by friends at TTLO in relation to the fact that their guest tonight are Jamie Arthur and Geraint Goodridge. Recently, Gigi, that's you, was scheduled to fight Dan Barton on a Sandhager show. Sadly, Dan became ill and was unable to fight. I offer Sandhager Jake as replacement option to fight, he's fucking rubbish grammar, Gigi would put considerable time and effort into training. Jake had very little notice and took 2 weeks off work to prepare. I'm aware Gigi made even more sacrifices in preparation. Despite the fact that Jake had recently beaten Daryl Sharp, a former champion and challenger for an area belt, the British Boxing Board of Control refused to sanction the fight and stated that he was not experienced enough. It has been insinuated by Gigi on many occasions that the board and myself are corrupt and that backhanders and other games are being played behind the scenes. If this was the case, then should I have used my influence to make this fight happen as we were keen to take it? I do not have that influence and have been disciplined and fined by the board on many occasions, as James Lilly is more than aware, as far from a favourite of theirs. Yeah, true. Jake had a scheduled fight in Landasi shortly after this and his opponent pulled out. We were looking for an option with only days to go and saw Gigi as an option. I rang and texted Jamie Arthur, but due to work commitments, he didn't get back to me before Sandhager, who accepted the fight for Liam Hunt. Liam was 6 pounds heavier than Jake, but he managed to drop Liam once and dominate the fight every second of every round. Kudos to Liam for his bravery and fortitude. Since that fight, Gigi has been on the road. I don't criticise him for this. It's possible to achieve success on the road. I demonstrated that with two of my fighters, Jerome Samuels and Rhys Saunders. I guided Jerome as a away fighter from 0 to 5 to 5 to 5, 5 and 5, and a Welsh title before we parted company.
And we went to jail.
And he went to jail. I guided Rhys to a British Masters title. Sadly, it doesn't seem to be working out the same for Gigi.
Hang on. I looked at, no, I was saying, like...
Gosh, I got 2 more pages on this,
right,
so
when he said, briefly, when he said about Rhys Saunders last time, I was like, oh yeah, I've heard that name, I know he beat Kerry Evans. On his thing, he's only got like 3 fucking wins, isn't he? Rhys Saunders.
Yeah, I think he was...
3 wins, like 12 losses or something, and a draw.
Yeah, but he was, like, I think he was 1 for 2, went up there, beat him, got 2 for 2, won another fight, and then, since then, he's gone...
Right, okay.
I think, I can't remember...
I'm going to say yes, mine put that in because that's a load of codswallop. I didn't say that the board had given anyone backhanders, but maybe in heat of the moment after, when Richie followed me in the change rooms, I think I may have said there's a backhander gone on there somewhere. Just, you know, out of... So, yeah, but it wasn't me, nothing against the board, just to clear that up, like, you know.
Continue.
Pages to this, much fucking...
Continue. Everybody switched off. Fuck it.
Like, if anyone wants to skip 5 minutes of this, we'll just put a statement up online for the thing.
Yeah, do that. Fine, can't be asked to do his crap anymore.
Gigi has since been pushing for a fight with Jake and told me time and time again that he would beat Jake up.
Let's dance.
He's made a number of disparate... This hurtful remarks which are publicised referring to him as flump, a ginger wank.
Who is it? Who's a flump and a ginger wanker?
Jake. A
Right.
ginger puppet and an idiot. The list could go on. Bizarrely, Gigi recently said on social media that I was trying to portray him as disrespectful. I think the evidence speaks for himself. Take your fucking sister's hat
Right,
off.
I'll go, right?
Yeah, we
What a
don't need
fucking
this.
nickname I'll be. Jake the ginger wanker. I support that all the way.
Where did flump come from? Because
I don't know.
Flump's not ginger, is it?
Flump?
Yeah, that's
That's a
a
fat
fat
person.
It's a marshmallow, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what you call a fat person, isn't it?
Right,
Flump.
Is it flump?
Do you want me to read the rest as well? I got loads, mine.
Skip a bit.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
Rich.
It could be important. Right.
Haven't you proofread it now?
No. As a manager, I don't read them all. It's my spare time. As a manager, it's my job to assess risk and reward and push my fighters on as best I can. Previously, the reward in fighting GG for us would have been a Welsh title. Since GG has failed to win in his last 10 fights, it's been suggested that when I have made tentative inquiries with the British Boxing Board of Control, that GG would not qualify for a Welsh title until he had a win. We then have to assess if there's a financial gain or ranking gain in fighting him. At the time of writing, Jake is ranked 27 in Britain, GG is 74 out of 81. There is no ranking and no financial benefit to us. Right, tap me out, I'm on there, you have to read the rest.
Right,
Fucking
hang on. With that, right? Who gives a fuck about ranking? Do you think like Darren Jones up fucking Merthyr, who wants to see the Welsh title fight, gives a fuck if Geraint wins and he moves up to number 1 in Wales?
Yeah, but they're talking about from their fight as well.
Yeah, I know.
And boxing out.
There's no ranking to be gained, he said.
Or the week after, I think. Or
He
so.
said there's no ranking to be gained from it.
Yeah.
As in like pushing Jake, if he wins, which he assumes he would, up the our British title rankings or whatever. But it's not about that, is it? It's about the belt.
Exactly.
And you two are having a bit of a ding dong, and we want to watch this fight now. We want to watch this fight. Where am I? But yeah, in order to facilitate.
No.
I feel strongly there.
No. Whoa!
Oh,
You
it's
stop
gone.
tapping me.
Right, don't worry, I'll just do it from back.
No, if do four.
GG keeps telling me he will beat Jake.
No, but. Oh, fuck.
Don't worry,
Let
right.
me, I'll point it to you. Fucking.
That's loads left. I haven't read out.
Ah, for us.
For us.
There.
Alright.
What's up there? I can't look at it.
YouTube, that is. This is on YouTube, right?
Is it?
Yeah, we can watch. We uploaded Richie's one today. That's right.
We say we upload them. We've missed a couple of episodes, stuff like that. We need to take more photos as well.
We
Yeah.
say we uploaded them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. In order to
Is it
facilitate.
No, you've still missed it out.
I know I have, don't worry
I
about
pointed out 4 times.
For us, the fight doesn't make any sense in progressing the career of Jake. There we are.
That's important.
In order fucking hell, Swansea. In order to facilitate a win for GG to qualify him for the Welsh title, I recently offered him an opportunity to fight Edgar again at Llandarcy and then fight Jake after
This
that.
is 2-fight deal list, isn't it? When I
Is this a 2-fight deal?
This is when I said park the 3-wheeler at Rodney. That was just banter.
I was going to ask you,
Yeah. Oh, ask
Just
him for it,
now.
yeah.
would you want to fight that Edgar if we got robbed and he is nothing to gain if you fought him again apart from getting that win back? Is that something you wanted to do anyway? Did you want to fight him again?
No, not really.
Or is it just it's done now, yeah?
Yeah, that, it was.
That's what
He stepped in. To be fair to him, he come down. He got we boxed, and like I said, I have no interest really
But he wouldn't want to.
in selling tickets to. I don't think it's a sellable fight.
I know.
This was the. How can I sell tickets to my mates?